Let's randomly spawn 75 nations in the World War Simulator and see who comes out on top. When I try to spawn nations myself, some places get huge bonuses. For instance, Russia, China, and a lot of Asia because there isn't a lot of small nations compacted together. Whereas a lot of European countries don't do so good because there's just a lot of places for not that much land. But if I go ahead and just turn this all the way up and spawn places randomly and then see who ends up forming up as the game progresses, it's gonna make this a lot more fair. So let's see where everyone gets placed. Already there is a huge vacuum in the Sahara Desert. Meanwhile, Europe is completely open to the taking. Bunch of places in North America, there's going to be a huge battle for this continent, and not so much in South America. You're actually pretty good here. You just have to beat out the other 8 countries. It's going to be tough for Australia though, especially this one in the middle. So like I said in the very beginning, the way I'm going to do this is obviously nations are going to form new empires. So whoever comes out on top in this continent will become the Australia. I can already actually name this one since they are clearly going to be New Zealand for the world. And this is a Japan already attacking the Korean Peninsula. We're gonna have a very big China who has a lot of Southeast Asia and might even get a little bit of Indonesia or the Philippines. This one's gonna be a tough one. Is that technically Croatia? I mean, where their capital is, I think it might be. It's gonna be another fun aspect of doing this. We might see some cameos from places that we wouldn't normally see. Like I don't think I've ever made a Croatia in this game. I guess that could have also been a Slovenia. Finland up here in the north that has a lot of modern day Sweden and Norway, and then a Syria in the Middle East. Kind of smashed in between a lot though. So there's already beginning to be some straight crossings, also a lot of deaths. We've had 3 civilizations fall and also a lot of alliances at the same time. With the world's largest island completely split down the middle, we're gonna have to remake a new nation for this, or 2 new nations, west and east. Is one communist too? That's be crazy. There are little naval battles happening in the Atlantic Ocean between South America and Africa. Also these 2 nations battling over supremacy in Mexico. I did not realize Madagascar can now make a landing in Australia, but we'll see if they can actually do that. They have a lot of the territory out here. There is still a battle royale taking place on this continent though, so no one's formed Australia just yet. Oklahoma was destroyed by Montana, and we also have a Mexico now. A lot of small Canadian provinces battling up here, and a ton of border gore in South America. I don't think India has a nation on top just yet, and Siberia is going to be fighting for a long time before they get named because I don't even know what's happening here. Siberia or Russia. I could maybe say this is Russia, but let's just wait. Croatia, very peaceful here in Europe. Let's see if they can, I don't know, stay under the radar for a little bit. Okay, nope, they're just got a war declared on them. Bolivia is looking very powerful in South America now as they stretch all the way to the Panama Canal, which there is no canal technically. Maybe they can make it. They just have to blow up a couple of these pixels. Croatia is now fighting. Wait, I didn't even realize there was a Cyprus. When did this Cyprus come on board? If you last long enough, you will definitely end up getting a name eventually. East Greenland is now getting really pushed out. It's just going to become Greenland at a certain point. Even Croatia pushed them out of Scotland. They had to hold over that for a little bit. Cyprus is now somewhat leaving Greece. Croatia's pushing them out. Did China just collapse? China just collapsed. I didn't think that was going to happen. And now we have a perfect Indonesia. An Indonesia that's even taken out a lot of northern Australian territory. I don't know why I was going to say Africa. They also have a large part of Cambodia, South Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines. Oh, Japan's now attacking them from the north though. They're getting wombo comboed. Chile very small as they're smashed in between Argentina and Bolivia. And not a whole lot of movement out of North America. Things have stayed really, I guess, stable. East Greenland with the comeback. Look how close they are to the West Greenland capital. They're going to get it. They're going to get it because West Greenland has no military anymore to defend themselves. They are gone. They also got a lot of help from, what is this called again? Nunavut. I don't think I misspelled that, but maybe I did. Clearly, Kazakhstan has arisen. Finland also pushing out a lot of the Russian civilizations north of the Black Sea. Indonesia is struggling in their war against Japan. Japan is being pretty imperial right now, and New Zealand is beginning to lose a little bit of their northern island. Do we finally have an India pop up? Because it's looking like there's kind of an India, but who would this be? There's 2 Indias. Indonesia might be the next to fall. We'll see if one of these Australian nations gets involved with that. Queensland, or what is the other ones? Western Australia. There's some weird state names for Australia. There are 4 civilizations left in South America. I'm just going to call this Guyana, even though that is nowhere near Guyana. Cyprus is somehow still going, and again, those island nations have a really good defensive spot in this game. I think they're going to be okay, but Saudi Arabia's taking a lot. Finally, for the first time in an AI simulation, I have Djibouti here. Gonna be rooting for them. Cyprus is now surrounded on all sides, but they still have their island. The Congo might collapse here. Or no, that's gonna be Nigeria. I don't even know what's going on. Nepal is looking very strong in the Himalayas. Well, actually not that strong, to be honest. Just wanted to hype them up because it's Nepal. And right when I said that Nepal destroyed India, as soon as I renamed them too, now Nepal's looking a little bit better, although their capital, it's all about that capital position. That's why you want to do it randomly, because some capitals get way too big of a bonus. Like I know the Italian nations always do pretty good. It's hard to invade the peninsula. North Carolina might be taking out New York, but they need a little bit of help. Nunavut is gone, but you know what? There's like a second Nunavut up here. How is Alaska still going? Nepal is actually looking stronger than Kazakhstan right now. Indonesia is gone, and there were 2 left inside of Australia. North Carolina actually collapsed. They did not take out New York. Montana is looking thick. And Finland finally invading Croatia for Europe. And they're doing a pretty good job. They pieced out. We'll see if that starts up again. I'm sure it will. Cyprus still going somehow. No, Djibouti! I mean, dang. Ethiopia, I guess that's cool, but could have let them survive for like another 2 seconds. We had Nunavut 1, yes, but what about Nunavut 2? Triple war for Montana as they started to pull away here in North America. I guess these other guys were not a big fan. I mean, they were surrounded on all sides. I knew that was going to go well. Also, Bolivia now approaching North America as they've taken like Haiti and the Bahamas. Guyana is gone. Now there's a 3-way war in South America. Actually, it's an alliance between Bolivia and Brazil to take out Chile. How did you take out Argentina? They didn't even get to keep the Falklands. Most of the world has formed a modern-day empire now with Angola, Namibia, Madagascar, Ethiopia. The only part here is the very confusing part of Siberia. Maybe I should just learn Russian states or oblasts. Oldberg seems like they would be Siberia, but maybe Japan will just wipe them all out. I think Japan might be a little bit of a paper tiger right here. They don't have that much land, but you never know with this game. Kazakhstan here to save the day for Croatia. They might, never mind. Kazakhstan's gonna have to peace out with Finland. Croatia's probably going to go down. Algeria, how did you get the United, or no, that's actually East Greenland. Not changing the name, we're sticking with it. Chile is gone, and now South America is just a battle between Bolivia and Brazil. I think Nepal is now more of an India. Boom, Kazakhstan's gone. Kazakhstan trying to do a good deed by saving Croatia, and they really paid for it. Croatia's got some of their territory back. The problem is they're being attacked by Algeria in the west. Cyprus somehow still alive. Watch Cyprus somehow win this game. The way this game spawned Cyprus on this island is kind of incredible. Again, why I like random spawns. Does Saudi Arabia now fall with 2 fronts, 2 huge fronts, and their capital's right there. I think they're done. Can someone fix this area? Like, just someone please fix this. I need you to commit some crimes, some war crimes, and just get rid of all this border gore for us, please. Will it be Nepal? Because Ethiopia actually peaced out with the Arabians, and they are 1 pixel away. I don't even think they want the capital. They just want this other stuff. Okay, now Ethiopia joined in. The problem is Ethiopia is also fighting Algeria out here. So Saudi Arabia has a bunch of, someone's got to take out Saudi Arabia. Why are all these pixels everywhere randomly? Cyprus might be able to get some land, and you pieced out with them like this? Okay, clearly the game is trying to torture me. Nepal in a pretty big battle over this way. Someone fell. I don't even know who that was. Ethiopia now betraying Nepal. Nepal was a nice ally for a second there, but I think they see the writing on the wall. Nepal is going down, and they're going to be eaten up by Siberia. They have finally been named. Still, no one's come out in Australia. You did take out New Zealand, so that's something. Now, Iceland's being divided with East Greenland and Finland. Please, just get rid of this. Please. No, Saudi Arabia is actually pushing Ethiopia out. Nepal is dead at any second. Literally, all Siberia has to do is declare the war. Is that not enough pixels? I don't understand how they're still alive with this. I think once you lose 3 next to you, or I don't know. So Siberia is pretty much just waiting for, there it is. Boom, instantly, there it was. I'm glad we caught that. So Saudi Arabia is gonna get some of their land back, but it's definitely not gonna be enough. Right now, Siberia is the #1 nation in the world in terms of size. Bolivia is 2. Angola, who we haven't talked much about, is doing okay since they've stolen a lot of stuff from Algeria. Smallest nation is actually, wait, New York? No, that can't be it. Also, max of all time in this world, still Siberia and Bolivia. That shouldn't be too surprising. Nepal, who's dead now, at one point was pretty high up there. Even the grandest nations have to fall sometimes. Finally, thank you, Australia. Australia has joined the fight. So they're gonna have to take some of these islands from Indonesia or from Japan away. Oh, there it is. So there's, wait, what happened there? I thought Siberia declared on Japan too. I guess not. Bolivia has united in South America, and they've also been island hopping the Caribbean to get to Florida and then Georgia, and now they're getting dangerously close to New York. Croatia managing somehow to still hold on, but for how much longer, I don't know. They're about 1 pixel away. Okay, at any second, they're done. Boom. We finally saw the collapse of Croatia. The Ethiopians are invading Madagascar now, and they're going to get a lot of territory if they make... Yep, they're going to get all of this crossing here. Actually, there's going to be a huge race for the Indian Ocean between Australia and Ethiopia. But Ethiopia has to worry about this huge empire that's growing out here. This is basically Mongolia. I should have named them Mongolia. Okay, some movement is now finally happening in the Western Hemisphere. Mexico and Bolivia are going at it. Montana is dead. Alaska's getting a little bit more room to breathe, but it's probably not enough. Nunavut 2 is going to collapse next, I think, and the slow fall of Angola. This might be good for Ethiopia momentarily, but oh, you pieced out. I don't know why you did that. Bolivia can easily take out 2 countries if they want, Mexico and New York at the same time. They're going to let Mexico destroy California first. The Canadian provinces are probably done. Alaska's going to survive because their capital is so off in the corner right here for a while, a little bit. I don't know for how long. A lot of these capitals are in really nice locations. Okay, Bolivia did take out Mexico, and now they're double teaming Alaska with New York. I think they know they're going to backstab New York at some point. The Australians are now making landings in Taiwan and modern-day China. New York destroyed Alaska. I think New York and Bolivia might have a little bit of an alliance for now. New York also destroyed, what was it, East or West Greenland? I can't even remember anymore. Ooh, now this is it. Finland and Japan. Japan is actually right next to Siberia's capital. They are crazy close to the #1 nation by far. Why did you piece... Oh, wait a second. Are they distracted? Yeah, look at this. They're distracted by Angola and Africa. I cannot believe that massive country just fell. I don't know if anyone... So this is going to be Japan's comeback. Japan looked so weak for a second there. And honestly, if Japan didn't do it, I don't think anyone else would have. Because their capital is just too far away. Like, New York has no chance of winning this game, in my opinion. Just because your capital is up for the taking. Everything in the middle also. If your capital is in the middle, you're probably not going to win it either. You need to get way more land than this. Eurasia is pretty much divided between Finland and Japan. It is crazy to see the African nations still going, but they're just fighting each other. And Bolivia is going to take out Angola. Okay, so there it is. Now there's going to be a huge race for all this. This is actually going to help out Finland a little bit. Australia's gone. So now Japan is going to go into the Indian Ocean. This is what the real race is for. It'd be crazy if Finland won this game. I don't think they can, although they have time. They pieced out. The issue for Finland is that Bolivia is going to slowly continue to grow. Once they take out Algeria, it's over. Finland has got to somehow take out Japan as fast as possible, or else they're not going to win this. Finland is trying to help out with taking out... There goes New York. Now, Finland can race and try to get as much of this as... Oh, it's not going to be enough. Oh, they're so slow at moving. Bolivia's just getting all of this. The problem for Finland is, they're really losing this war against Japan out here. Okay, there goes Algeria. So there are 3 left. Even with 3 left, Siberia was such a huge nation. They were bigger than Finland and Japan even right now. And obviously, by age, there's only 3 left. So these are the 3 oldest nations. This is just like 1984. I have to say that in almost every video. I don't see how Finland can win this game, especially because they're getting really pushed out by Japan. So who wins? A Bolivia with all of South America and North America and a large part of Africa. That's already pretty one-sided. Japan has all of Asia and Oceania. They need way more of Europe, I think. Japan will get the kill, though. And Finland is gone. So who wins out here? It looks like Bolivia is stronger, way bigger. They're actually not that much bigger, and we've seen like huge maps like this where it comes down to 2 giant nations. It really is kind of a coin toss. The bigger nation doesn't always win. It all depends on like the front lines. See, they're battling here in the Middle East. It's not going to be easy for the AI to move through all these like lakes. Although if they get to Australia, that would help them out a ton. Then they can just island hop to the Japanese capital. They're actually pushing out the Bolivians from Europe, and Japan has made it to Iceland. Just barely though. They can just slowly make their way over. Europe has become the battleground for World War III. This is going to take a while. See, the thing is, when the AI pushes in, they get these huge encirclements. But will this... I don't know if they're going to encircle... They're in southern Iran. They've got to cut it off. Oh, and I don't think it's going to happen. They've made it through the Middle East. That's already big enough. Wait a second. Japan with a mini comeback. They are invading the Indian Ocean. There doesn't seem to be much of a defense here, although they're losing a lot in Asia. And again, they've made it to South Africa. They're actually moving really quickly through. This is crazy. All they have to do is make it to South America, and this game is still anyone's win. This game's still anyone's game. I don't know. Japan is half the size of Bolivia right now. So they got pushed all the way back. Oh, it's over. They were really close with the upset. Oh, you've been just obliterated. That was really bad. I don't know how that piece still happened, but that was rough. And there it is. As easy as that, Bolivia has won this game probably for the first time ever. Like, I've never seen them win in any of my videos. And big thanks to my patrons.
A fat Norwal.
Presented by Robert
My wife
E.
hates this
Sebi,
part.
if you hear
Isaac
this, I
Kilgore
love
is
you.
your
Drew's
daddy.
Argentinian grandpa.
$20 is
Yana
a
Wild
Bring
Fang.
back
Chris
Poland ball.
3773.
Czechia ball.
Danny
Evan
the
Good
Gamer.
alright.
I
Luxembourg
stole
lover.
Drew's pet dog.
Jack
Patrick
Brunel.
Animation
The Polish
Five,
Lithuanian.
Why am I
the
doing this?
Mexicans.
Wicked
And Zany
Hamster.
Boy.